welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this bold makeup look. Ooh, Canoli's here with me, she's just acting a fool. I decided to do everything just like really smoky and dark and vampy because I want to be really original. It is fall and I just feel like this is something that hasn't been done before. So here I am. Hey! No, I'm just totally joking with you guys. I was in the mood. I think we all get in that mood when fall hits, like we're so excited for it. And I also wanted to do a bold brow. I recently collaborated with Benefit Cosmetics. If you guys haven't already seen it, I did a campaign with them along with Crispy, Katie, and Kristen, and we all did a different brow look, and mine was the bold brow. Recently, the campaign launched in Sephora, and it was so exciting for me because all of us were on the gondola. I actually just went in there the other day with my mom to go see the gondola for the first time with her, and she was so excited. She was like, oh my god, that's you. I was like, I know. It's so awesome to see my face in Sephora. I just didn't think that would ever happen. So I thought I'd recreate the bold brow for you guys that I did in the campaign in this tutorial as well. If you guys are interested in this makeup look, keep on watching.
Can we talk about those lashes right now though?
Honestly, Steven's making fun of me. Let's just get it out of the way now. Okay, honestly. Yes, I only have 3 eyelash extensions left on this side and 2 on this side. It is what it is. I'm putting it out there now. Let's just accept me as I am, okay? So to start off the brow, we're gonna do a bold brow, okay? I'm gonna be using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. I always switch between the Goof Proof and the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I like both of them. Today I'm gonna use the Goof Proof to kind of give my eyebrow a nice shape. Lightly create a line underneath the brow to give us a guide. Then I'm gonna go ahead and lightly fill in the outer part of the brow. This is where I have the most sparse hairs. I use the shade 4 in all the eyebrow products. That's just closest to my hair color. It's not too warm, it's not too ashy. It's a nice medium to darkish brown depending on how much pressure you use. See, if I was doing a nice natural brow, I would probably be done like right now, but that's not what we're doing today. I'm actually gonna end up taking the Precisely My Brow, and I'm going to feather hair-like strokes in the beginning part of my brow to kind of give it a more natural, wispy effect. I never like to make my brows too boxy in the front, even if it is for a more bold brow. I still like to keep the front nice and feathery. All right, next I'm gonna pick up Eyebrow. So when you take this top off, it has a brush already built into the product, and then you just snap it back into the cap. I like to use eyebrow pomades like this when I want to intensify the brow and also give some more hair-like strokes in all my sparse areas. When I do the front of the brows, I always make sure to do upward feather-like motions. Even if it's a bold brow, you still want it to look like a natural bold brow, like you naturally have bold brows. All right, then you can get some brow gel and just lightly go over to set all the hairs in place. So here you have a nice bold brow, and then, you know, you can obviously tell the difference. I mean, I know I have naturally beautiful brows, but you know, the little enhancement there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and I'll be right back. So now that we're done with the brows, I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer and just clean up underneath the brow. Kind of highlights it as well. Gives you a good little lift. And then once I do that, I just kind of take a Morphe R32 brush. It's just a nice little buffer brush, and I like to blend that concealer down so it's nice and seamless. All right, moving on to my eyeshadow base. I'm using MAC Soft Ochre. I'm gonna use the same Morphe brush, and I just like to take a little of that product starting off on the lid and then work your way up to the brow bone until you blend it perfectly with the concealer that you used to highlight. You don't want to use too much of these paint pots by MAC. They're not necessarily eyeshadow bases. I mean, they are, but they're not like creaseless or anything like that. They're more of like a cream eyeshadow type of product. So if you use too much, it'll get slippery. So you want to make sure to just use a light layer. We are going all the way today. This step gets super repetitive because I always do it. I set my eyeshadow base with MAC's Blanc type. I just like to set my eyeshadow base, and you guys already know why. just in case this is your first time here on my channel, it's to set everything so it's easier to blend the eyeshadows. Powder is easier to blend on top of powder, so when you go in with your darker colors, it's gonna be nice and smooth. And then I also like to use this to highlight the brow bone. By highlighting your brow bone with a brighter color, it's gonna make the shadows in your crease pop even more and just look overall a lot cleaner. All right, so I'm gonna go into a medium brown eyeshadow like this one right here. This is from the SUVA Beauty Palette and it's the shade Madrid. But any medium brown eyeshadow that you have in your collection will do. Picking it up on a MAC 224. So I'm gonna tilt my head back and follow along the crease just above it. I'm actually gonna go back with the MAC 217. And don't be afraid to get this color on your lid because we're gonna completely cover the lid as well. So next we're gonna take a deep dark brown shade. I'm going into the Dose of Colors Eyescream palette. And I'm gonna pick up Hot Fudge here. I'm using the Smith 235 brush. Best blending brushes ever. What we're gonna do with this is put it basically all over the lid and the crease. When I put colors on the lid and the crease, if it's the same shade, I always like to blend the crease part out first and then pack it onto the lid. Just feel like it gives a better blend when you do it that way. Crispy actually taught me that. I used to pack the color on first and then blend the edges out. No. This way is way better. I'm actually gonna pick up this NARS liner and I'm just gonna pop that onto the lid just to darken it up. Because with matte eyeshadows, they don't always get patchy, but I would prefer to be safe and put a darker base underneath. That way if it fades, there's like a nice dark base going on. So after I apply that, I'm just then going to pack the eyeshadow right over top. So I'm gonna go into my INGLOT gel liner. All right, I'm gonna do a pretty intense wing with this. We got our guide. It's about to touch my eyebrow, so that means it's good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lashes. These are in the style Kate by Lash Boss. These little tools that I'm using are MAC Cosmetics. A lot of different companies make them. I have one from Tarte as well. They're kind of like tweezers, but they're specifically for eyelashes, and it makes it a little bit easier to put them on. So before I finish off my eyes, I'm gonna do my foundation, my face makeup. I've been wearing the EX1 Foundation lately, and I've been loving it. And this one's a little bit dark. It's F400, so I'm mixing it a little bit with the Toasted Beige from Benefit. This is the Hello Flawless, just to give the perfect color. This color matches really well with my body. I only put like one drop of the Benefit foundation in there to kind of just lighten it up. And I'm gonna apply it all over my face with the brush first and then blend it out with the Beauty Blender. I like these EX1 foundations because they have a really good range for anyone who has an olive skin tone. So then I'm taking my Beauty Blender and just... Why does it sound like I have a cat? It only sounds like a cat right now. So next I'm going to go in with my concealer. This is the NARS Creamy Concealer in Ginger. I like to take the concealer down the sides of my nose because it slims the nose out. Any shadows that you have on the side. Boom, that's a lot of concealer. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that all out. I'm also going to go ahead and take that same concealer and highlight down the bridge of my nose. And through the top of the forehead here. Anywhere where you have a highlighted area, you want to highlight with the concealer as well so that you don't just have white under eyes and then the rest of your face is tan. Going into my Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'm going to set the under eyes, bake if you will. I like to put most of the powder on the side of my nose first. That way most of it goes there, and then I drag it under and out. That way less powder is under my eyes. I look crazy right now, but it's gonna look hopefully better afterwards. I'm also gonna take that powder down the bridge of my nose. Boom. 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 I get oily right here, so I'm just like really packing on the powder. While we're baking, let's go ahead and do our bronzer. Kill some time, shall we? Sometimes I want to use a different bronzer than Give Me Sun, and then I like wonder why would I stray from what works. I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics brush. This is one of their new brushes, I believe. It's Shaky Deaky Blush brush. It's called Chic Blush, but I renamed it Shaky Deaky. I'm going to take that and start bronzing up the skin. Give yourself a nice bronzer helmet. Run some down the neck too. Now you want to go ahead and take a nice soft under eye brush. This is one of my favorites. It's the Sigma Tapered Highlighter Brush, the F35. And you want to dust away all of this excess powder. Alright, so we're going to go back into that light brown shade that we used in the transition of our crease, and we're going to smoke that on the lower lash line. And I'm using a Dose of Colors pencil brush. So once you lay that down, take a larger blending brush and buff that out, because this is also just going to be kind of the transition shade on the lower lash line. We're going to smoke it out a lot more than this. Then I'm going to go back in with that NARS pencil. This is the dark brown color, and apply that in my waterline and lower lash line. So I'm just going to keep applying this and then blending it out with the Dose of Colors brush. And then I'm going to pick up the LA Girl black liner, and I'm just going to apply that on the lower lash line as well to deepen it up on the outer corners. And of course, you always want to blend that out if you apply it on your lower lash line, so you don't have just like a harsh black line. Before I finish off the face, like the blush and highlight and stuff, I want to do my lips just so I can make sure everything's nice and balanced, because sometimes if I do my blush first, then I don't like the way it looks with the lip. So I'm doing a super bold lip today. I'm using Night Moth by MAC to line my lips first. So I like to actually fill my lips in with the pencil. And I do this because, like the eyeshadow, if anything fades away, you have a nice dark base underneath. And the lip color I'll be using is Ochre Harlem. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Extra Dimension Skinfinish by MAC, and this is in the shade Beaming Blush. It's like a pinky gold highlight. Ooh, this is new. Okay. Okay. And I'm also going to use that as my inner corner highlight on the eyes. Blush, I'm going to be using NARS Isadora blush. It has a nice mauve tone that'll look good with the dark lip. Alright, and this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed this bold look. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Bitch better have my money. Alright, so are you done? Baby got broke. Nah. Alright, we're done. Let's finish the look. Nailed it. And then I'm a down. I ain't got a job now. No, I wanna come here. Don't lick my foundation. No.